California. Where was this supposed to take place that wasn't Japan?
Japanifornia.
Japanifornia? I thought it was a specific city. That's why I didn't say it.
Oh, I think they say like Los Angeles, don't they?
Japanangeles.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4pixels. Cuckoo is here with Buttons, Brandon, and Jamie, and we are continuing Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. Take your line again.
Cool.
Buttons, come on!
Oh, literally not even 30 seconds into the playthrough. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. Except for all of the doubt. The apparent murder on the security's Great.
Go.
What? The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize, somehow, that would end up proving Lana guilty. Because I'm a terrible attorney. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant...
No. It's not how any of this works.
Your Honor, wait!
Emma! You're gonna spill your pogs all over the courtroom!
That's right, bitches, I'm back.
That was a line.
Objection. A scientific objection. Right?
What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright. Are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor,
Please, Your Honor. All I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
No, go home. I don't want to leave any loose ends.
That sounds like he's gonna kill her.
You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Just because you're cute.
4, if you trade him your ultimate blocker.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out that the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dirt killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file.
Whoa! Did the thing just kind of freak out on you guys?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Jamie's possessed by the LP ghost.
Not that. Anything but that. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day.
Massa for Marshall, yes.
Officer Marshmallow.
So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue.
Did we do that, though, girl?
Shut up, let me finish. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
No.
No.
Good.
Huh?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
I was about to be like, if Edgeworth is a shit to this girl right now, I'm going to throw him out the courtroom. Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
And I'm just an attorney.
Which means you know no better than a high school student, I guess, is what you're implying.
It's not incorrect, though.
It is not.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. Allegedly. If anyone can see Lana, it's you.
It's a big allegedly. Me? Oh boy.
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
Yes.
Yes.
Lots.
I doubt everything.
Oodles.
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark, and also fishing as hard as possible. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here.
Edgeworth is just so exhausted with all this bullshit. It's not
Is
even
there a
like,
problem with this?
just like, oh, here we go.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still. If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
I'm sorry, I'm constricted by the player having to do stuff.
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
In fact, we do.
This is almost like this is your entire day.
Or entire month or entire year, because you go as long as you have to fucking go. Whatever. This is just... What was it? Fucking California? Where was this supposed to take place that wasn't Japan?
Japan.
California.
Japanifornia? I thought it was a specific city, that's why I didn't say it.
Oh, I think they say like Los Angeles, don't they?
Japanangeles. Los Japangeles.
Los Japangeles. Perfect.
Yes, I like it.
Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. I'm fucked.
Hey, yo, I'm walking over here with my sushi dog.
Look at the problem with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. Could it be the blood type, since we have the blood type of the victim?
Why would we have forensics?
Why would we use forensics
Wait,
when you can just
what?
carry evidence around?
You guys are saying this word that I don't understand. It doesn't exist in Los Angeles.
Evidence? Law?
I do not object. Whatever. Let's just end the fucking case.
This handprint left at the scene, the crime scene. Fuck, man. Oh.
Mr. Wright, we do not curse in my courtroom.
That's fucking right.
I was gonna say, watch your fucking mouth, pal. There's children in the courtroom.
Fuck you.
Yeah, see? There's one right there.
Clearly shows a contradiction. What the contradiction is, I have no idea.
The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright.
You wish.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on here? There. Everywhere.
Yes. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense wasn't simply trying to buy time.
No, building drama as per the usual.
Mm-hmm.
DA stands for drama attorney.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
Use the cookie.
The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Is it that fucking badger? I swear to Christ. I hate literally my entire existence in this very moment.
Why the fuck are you up? Are they sharing the stand?
She's too short. He has to hold her up.
I was gonna say, is she like hiding behind the thing? You squat down. It's your turn.
Originally, she was sitting on his shoulders.
Piggyback ride.
Oh, that's cute.
Now she's covered in hair and liquor.
Ew, that's not.
Oh, that's not cute.
And that nasty cowboy stink because you know he doesn't bathe.
Why are you like
his hair,
this?
his crab hand.
Y'all.
Fuck Marshall, man!
But Emma doesn't deserve to suffer because we're like, yeah, fuck that guy.
What about get the plywood?
Pork. The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
So?
So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well,
What?
that's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot on the locker. Oh god, Shadow Realm again.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean?
It means it can't be done. Who would have fucking guessed?
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Don't look at me. I didn't put him there.
She teleported. Mr. Wright, I think it's through scientifically.
Emma?
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
Are they gonna fucking usual suspects us and Meekins is actually the killer?
No, it was the Blue Badger the entire time.
I wonder.
Fuck.
That would be fucking rad. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. Not unless you bring lunch.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time is missing. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Objection!
Please fucking explain
That's
that
ridiculous! I refute you!
Thank
I
you.
refute all of you!
Counter objection, bitch! The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake! However, that does not explain the blood mark found in the locker.
Triple objection! So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves it occurred.
Quadruple objection!
No! Objective times infinity! No takes backs!
Triple dog dare objection! When did the first incident occur?
To surmise, the defense claims that...
Yeah, we were just there, pro.
Yeah, but we're gonna sum up for the audience now.
Yeah, I guess.
Prior to Officer Meekins being caught by Jake Marshall, who was disguised as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
The blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? Proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
I mean, wasn't there a situation where somebody ended up going into the evidence room earlier that day?
Do we have the time log for that? Because someone was like, oh, Edgeworth went in here? If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the perpetrator would have to have entered the room. Yeah, no shit, Phoenix. In order to do so, an ID card is required.
Air vents.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record!
Yeah, we're fucking alien isolation up in this. Who knew? Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at... Let's see here... 4:50 p.m. And, like, if the crime took place before that time, then it would be... 4:40 p.m.
Oh! Just what?
Drop the bass.
Just what have you done?
I never figured you'd have nerve, boy.
Put off the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. I lost my card a week ago, bum bum bum.
Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there.
Yes, we've established that.
However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible to take at least 11 minutes.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Y'all know what that means.
It's time to
Nah, this shit took place at motherfucking 4:20.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's when I kill my boys.
Let's look at this chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 77777777.
The luckiest number in Japan.
Yeah.
Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Officer Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Are you stupid, my dude?
He slid underneath the door. Yes! Yes, he is! We figured this out. Come on now.
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777, 7777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is
I hate this so much.
77777777.
7-7. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor.
What a fucker.
Unfortunately, I am unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number, lots of 7s, belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer, which I'm sure there are hundreds of and we couldn't narrow this down. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. That's not horseshit or nothing.
Sounds like bullshit.
But that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
Eat my entire ass, Edgeworth.
Present it. There's one situation in which we can grant such we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries.
You're the one who faked being another detective.
In your crab hands.
That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall.
For some reason.
I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question.
Yes.
No, not you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Objection! Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 7s among 777s, 7777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The S9 incident.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Before you answer, come on over here, I'll trade you some thoughts. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we...
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Lana!
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, We were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in that court? Can you look me, an investigator of that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why don't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures.
Ah!
That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order to get him the verdict he deserved.
But Lana!
Even if it involved forging evidence.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
No. No!
Your senpai's kind of a jackass.
Alright, well, fuck. I guess the judge ain't gonna say he was supposed to say, huh, Buttons?
No, because it fucking kept going.
Well, yeah, you can still fucking say it. Put some effort. Now seems like a good time to save, kids.
And
Take a
with
break,
that,
get yourself some water, exercise.
we will leave this episode off right here.
Dun dun!
This new game. Would you like to see tutorial pop-ups during your playthrough? Yes, because I always forget how to play. Normal. New game data, saving, and now we start. I'm so not ready for this. Sony Computer Entertainment.
Fireflies?
Get down!
Oh! Who the fuck are these guys? Stay the fuck back! Joel,
Oh yeah.
put your armor on me. Come on. I think we're safe. Joel? Joel? Shit. Joel, you're... Oh, get up, get up, get up. You gotta tell me what to do.